What's crafting, guys? Welcome back to episode 19 of my Minecraft Let's Play series. We're getting up close to number 20 now, and last episode we built this nice little lodge on a hill so that I was able to collect ice and snow. I have added a few things and we'll go through them right now. So I've added some rocks and some lights about. I wanted to get some sort of like almost like candy cane looking lamp posts, and I've used the little firefly things. I've added some bells and some bits and pieces. I also added some panes of glass to make it look like icicles. There's lots and lots of bits and pieces I've added about. Obviously I used a little bit of the resin that I got from last episode when I visited the Pale Garden. And I've added several different lights to add that sort of Christmassy vibe. And I think it looks very nice. Now, what I'm going to do later on in the episode is build something very interesting, and it's to do with Santa, but we'll come to that later. But first, I want to go back down to the industrial district. So we're back here in the industrial district, and last time when we went looking in the Pale Gardens, we managed to find a heart. Now I've been doing a few little tweaks and bits and pieces to figure out how to recreate hearts. All you need is one block of resin and 2 white wood. Well, white stumps, and you make you can make a heart. But I've only got one at the moment, so I need a lot more resin to do that. So in my creative world, I've been experimenting with different farms, and we're gonna get building one very soon. But we need a few materials, and we'll get started in a quick montage of collection. It's time for redstone walkthrough. So after that quick time lapse, I'm now going to give you a redstone walkthrough rather than a normal redstoning, because this is quite a large machine, but it's quite simple at the same time. So basically we've got the normal clock, which is set off with a daylight sensor. Because the creaking only come out at night, I thought a daylight sensor to set it off would make it a full automated system, which it does. It works as best as it can. Now you've got your observer with a slime block on top next to the piston, so when that sets off, it hits this, sets off the pulse all the way around here and goes around in a circle. Now underneath here, if I can see, there is a couple of redstone lines. Now this redstone line leads to another observer which sets off these two, if you can see, two redstone lines attached to more pistons. Now the pistons are permanently out with the new pale wood. For looking here, this gap just over here is where the new creaking heart will go. But what happens is once the redstone goes off, it pulls it back, shakes everything off, and then shuts it again. I'll put the door for easy maintenance. Now the other redstone line is just under here, so let's see if we can get down. And I've got two repeaters just extending the pulse just a tiny bit. It's all set up to the fourth tick, so that these set of pistons over here will go off just after this one. Now the new creaking can only get set off, it can only get damage if it is hit on the bottom. It won't get hit on the second or the top, so it won't get hit on the middle of the top, so it's set up so it's hit on the bottom. But it does require a couple of things first. So you may wonder why I have the tridents. Now the tridents have to go straight down into this block down here. So if I set one down there now, there's one. We've only got one creaking heart at the moment, so but I'll set them up down there, and this should work because the creaking takes damage from the tridents. Fingers crossed, it works now. So let's just get the creaking heart. We'll just bang it in the gap. Let's just hope I don't pick up on those tridents. The tridents are all set up. Brilliant. So now all we've got to do is wait for night time. So what I'm just going to tell you now is I'm probably not going to tackle the outside of this just in this episode, because it's going to be quite a large build, and I think we'll just start off this episode. I need some food, obviously. Let's get some cooked goose. But yeah, it's going to be another big build, and I want to have some streets, and maybe thinking next time we'll tackle some vehicles just in this area here, because it's going to be quite a large open area. But the idea is we're slowly going to build up this industrial area, and maybe soon we'll tackle the TNT factory and firework factory, which I think either will go behind the big building or at the side down here, maybe at the side. But I do have another plan for this as well. So you know the system that we have inside of this building, I think I'm going to do it in a separate building just there. Now it's going to send over all the resin over a pipe, and it will go down into and be cooked, and then get put into separate crafters and crafted into the items that I will want. And of course I will leave one spare so that I can have resin clumps to hand. So let's just wait for night time. Now that it's night time, this thing should in theory be up and running. So let's just go up, and we'll see if a creaking has actually spawned in these chambers. Now what I've done as well is I have to slab all the spawn area to see if there will be a creaking. So, and look, a creaking has just spawned. That's amazing. Now let's see. See, there you go, the particles are getting pushed off. He's getting hit by the trident. But there seems to be something that's going on down here. So let's just have a quick gander what's going on. Okay, he seems to be pushed into system, and I don't quite understand why. So it looks like I'll have to do a little bit of troubleshooting, and troubleshooting this little guy as well. But that system should work, because I have tested it out. Maybe if I was to stand down the bottom, maybe the creaking would stand still. That might work a little bit better. So we'll try that out again in the morning. So we did see that the system worked, it's just the creaking managed to escape its little dent. So all the stuff is in position correctly, so I wonder if when it comes to night time, and excuse that, I'll get rid of that in a minute, if it comes to night time, then you have to stay down in here and stare at it. That's going to be one of those problems I'll have to figure out another night, as they say. Now you might be wondering where all these bits and pieces have come from. Whilst I've been waiting for the night time to come, I've been putting bits and pieces together so we can do our next build. Now it's not going to be this one. We're doing this one next time, so it's going to be the one I promised you before. It's going to be a Santa sleigh in the sky with a steampunk twist. So let's get building. So, as you can see, I've created this almost sleigh-like ship. It's inspired by, the parts of it are inspired by the pod racers in my favourite franchise, Star Wars. And so I wanted to recreate the sort of reindeer coming off the sleigh itself. So with the sleigh and the air balloon obviously is the steampunk side, and these are big sort of steampunky engines. And as you can see, I've made a sort of unexpected snail farm, which is kind of nice because I slowly get the bits and pieces together. I do need to put some sort of guiding light on this, so I might just plop a lantern on the top there. So a nice guiding light for Steampunk Santa to be able to steer his sleigh. Obviously we've got some lights on here anyway, but I might add a couple more just dotted about. Right, they're not going to go there. Put one there. And I put... I made a little ladder every so often so I know where I am. I am so dangerous close to the edge. Let's just plop one there if I can get up there. Jump it! Jump it! And we'll do the same on the back. And I've left a hole. So it's going to look. I think it's going to look really nice once all the dirt platform from underneath is gone. I wanted it to look like it was going towards the village from the lodge. So the lodge is just over there, if you can see that. And the village, if I can find it, should be just over there. Let's go all the way to the front. We'll see if we can see it. It's a very high platform. And I don't really... There's a warning for you if you're scared of heights. Yep, I don't really want to be headed over there just yet because I need to get rid of all this dirt. So, once all this dirt's gone, I'll do a little fly around with my camera account and we'll have a look at what it looks like. So here it is on my camera account and it is looking really cool after I've got rid of all this dirt blocks. It's giving it quite a nice sort of look about it. It's different and I know it's not the best sort of air balloon, but it's giving it that Christmassy, steampunky vibe and I love it. And the journey that it's going to be taking is over there. So I'll quickly show you how it's going to work. So obviously we start off here, we're going all the way down here, and I might make it so it looks like it's dropping off some presents along the way, but it brings in that Christmassy vibe, and from a distance it looks so cool. I do want to try and get some end rods and probably put it behind, but I'm not even there yet. I've not even planned that far ahead, but I love it. It's amazing. And it looks cool. It's just how I imagined it to come out, and I think it's really clever and just an unusual piece of randomness, really. So, yeah. So, thank you for joining me on this slightly shorter episode than I normally would. But today we've actually conquered quite a lot. So we've built the new Creaking factory as designed by myself. Feel free if you want to copy any of it, and feel free if you can figure out why these creaking are getting pushed through the glass, because I need help with it, and I am getting to that point where I'm looking at it going, I've done everything I can do to stop it from getting pushed. So do I put more blocks in front of it? Do I change the killing system? Just comment below and let me know, please, because any help is better than no help. More heads are better than none. Also, if you guys want to see anything next, any other builds, any big factories, just let me know as well, because I love all your input and I love everybody who contributes to my channel. You are all amazing and I'm so thankful for the support that you've all given me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to share it about, please feel free to. And if you want to copy any of the ideas, also do it. Also, we finished the Christmas sleigh, which is amazing because it looks very steampunky and it also brings in the Christmas vibe into that area. And I think I can have it up all year round because it gives off that steampunky vibe. If you guys want to comment on anything, please comment, because I love all your input to this channel. So guys, stay crafty. And just a quick one after I've just signed out. I've got it working. All I've got to do is stand in front of him and he stays still and it collects all that lovely resin. Finally! Thank you for joining me, and if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to check out these past episodes.